Okay, cool. So we're recording. So hostess coaching is basically just party planning. In order for your hostesses to have a successful party and for you to be able to make money at your parties, you want to make sure that you are helping them plan their parties to be as successful as possible. They are the experts at planning a party. Like that's our job. That's our job is to help them, and to be the experts for them. So, let me pull up my notes here. So you're going to hear it called hostess coaching. You're going to hear it called party planning. They're both the exact same thing. So there's a couple different elements of hostess coaching. And so actually when you're planning your first parties, because you're going to do your launch party, you're going to do your pop the box party and all of that, you are actually going to want to follow these steps yourself, because you are your own hostess for your first parties. Mm-hmm. So you can actually follow these steps, and that way you know how to help your hostess. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Okay. So
I'm gonna get a pen.
Oh yeah, absolutely. You want me to wait so that way you can write stuff down?
I have a pen.
Awesome. Okay.
I have a notepad near me. It's not a big deal.
Okay, you good?
Yes.
Okay, perfect. Okay, so there's a few different elements for hostess coaching. So the first thing is that it starts in the shopping room or at the initial booking. So if you book a party with somebody and you're not at a party, your hostess coaching starts like right that second. And it's going to start with you being excited with her, because when she's already excited, and when you're excited, she's going to be even more excited. And when she's excited, she's going to make sure that she invites all of her friends. She's going to tell all of her friends, and then everybody's going to have a great time. So you want to make sure that you manage her expectations right from the start. Mainly no men, no kids, that's not, no exceptions for that. You want to let her know that she needs to over-invite, because most of the people that she invites are not actually going to come to her party. That's just, it's not personal against her. It's just the way it is, It's even the same thing for like weddings. People invite people to their wedding, and they don't even get, half the people that they invite to their wedding. So, it's no different for a party. So you want to let her know to over-invite. And there's a few tools on the COO, which I'll show you after this training, that you can use to kind of help her to think of people and build her guest list. You also want to let her know to keep snacks and decorations simple, because her friends aren't coming, for snacks and decorations. They're coming for the products and to shop and to have a great time. So usually what I try to tell my hostesses in terms of snacks is you like one salty, one sweet, and like one, alcoholic beverage and one soft beverage, because they're going to be too busy touching the products anyway to be able to have like plates of, food. So you want to make sure that you let her know. Just keep it simple, especially for some people who like, they don't know, they think planning a party is going to take all this work and effort, and they're like, oh, I just don't want to do that. Like, just let her know, like, no, it's super easy. Like, all you have to do is tell your friends to come over. You don't have to prepare a huge feast, just open up a bag of chips and some dip on the table, and boom, you're done. It's that easy. So keeping snacks.
Andrea, I don't know what's happening to my phone right now.
Oh, can you still see and hear me okay?
Okay, I'm so sorry. My phone literally just spazzed out.
That's okay. Can you still hear me and see me okay?
Okay, sorry. Luna has to go pee, but I'm still on.
No, that's fine. You can hear me okay?
Yeah.
Okay, perfect. I'm going to actually go ahead and mute you then. And if you have a question or something, you can unmute yourself. It's fine.
Okay.
All right, cool. Okay, so, all right, so then the next thing you want to do is you want to make sure you find out her why. All right, so why is she booking a party with you? Okay, so I will tell you this, most hostesses, they're booking a party with you because you're fun, right? They had so much fun, and they want their friends to experience how fun you are. So that's usually going to be like the number one top thing. But then they all have, their other reasons, after that. It's either going to be they want a bunch of free products. they, you know, because hostesses get free product, they might be considering, you know, the business opportunity, and they might be considering joining your team. And so by having, you know, their party with you, they're kind of getting their friends, like, you know, they're feeling out their friends to see if they're going to be supportive of them. And sometimes it's just they want a second opinion. You know, they think they would be really good at it. But sometimes we need that like extra encouragement from our friends to be like, yeah, you should do it. You would be really awesome at it. So that might be one reason they're having a party. It might be that they're just helping out, you know, the hostess, and maybe they don't care so much about having free product themselves or anything like that, but because, you know, whatever booking game that you're playing, maybe, you know, the current hostess is going to earn some free product or some sort of discount when her friends book parties with you. So find out what it is that, you know, is motivating her to book a party, and that way you're going to be able to keep referencing that throughout your party planning, you know, calls with her, and to kind of help keep her motivated as well. Especially, I mean, sometimes you're going to get those hostesses who they just don't seem like they're doing anything. You know, it's like they want all this free product and they haven't interacted on the Facebook event. They haven't even invited their friends, you know, so really getting in touch with her and referring her back to her why, you know, will help her to see like, okay, yeah, like, let me invite, you know, my friends, let me send out this invitation, or let me post in the event, things like that. Let's see. Oh, and then you can use the party kickoff form to gauge her why. So, and I'll show you that on the COO when we do our tour later. But you can just print it off. It's a little PDF, and just kind of go over that with her, either in the shopping room or like right when you book the party with her, or during your first hostess coaching call with her, and just kind of go through the questions. I mean, they're super easy. There's like 5 questions, and it's like, you know, what is your reason for having a party? What's on your wish list? You know, do you want to do a theme? It's really easy. So what I have done with that is I've actually made mine virtual. So I don't know, I sent you, when you had your party with me, I sent you the link, the hostess survey link before. Oh, here, I'll unmute you. Yeah, okay, so that's basically all that is that's the party kickoff form. So what I did is I just made a little Google form and just put the questions on there so I can just send them the link. They fill that out, boom, easy, done, and then I can save it in my email to reference as I help her plan her party. Let's see. Okay, so then you want to also, you also want to make sure you have 3 ways to contact her. So either by phone, Facebook Messenger, text message, email, before her party, because you know you're gonna want to make sure that you're staying in touch with her, because she'll forget. You know, life happens. You know, and again, like, you want to be offering tips on a regular basis as well. So get at least 3 ways of contacting her. So if you're unable to reach her on one of those ways, you have another way, you know, and so on and so forth. And then offer those periodic check-ins with her. I will actually I'll post them in our in the group. I have my hostess coaching checklist, and it's all in, so Wunderlist, I don't know if you've heard of this app, Wunderlist. It's WUNDER list. And it's a free app. It's like you just make little like checklists and to-do lists for yourself. But I have all of my hostess coaching party planning in that app. So, and then I have, I don't have it in here. It's downstairs. Okay, but I have a paper checklist that I have that tells me, you know, that basically just says, okay, send her the first hostess coaching tip. Okay, then you're gonna post this in her party event. You're gonna, you know, post this thing in her party event. So I just go down the checklist, and when it's time for me to send her a hostess coaching tip, I just copy and paste it and drop it into text or messenger and just send it off, right? So it's already made up. I don't have to sit there and like type it out or think of what to say to remind her. Like, it's already done and saved. So I'll actually post, I can share those so that way you have them, and you're welcome to use them or tweet them or, you know, whatever you want to do, so that way you have it to help you plan your parties with your hostesses. So let's see here. Oh, okay, and then be active in her Facebook event if she chooses to have one. You're gonna get those few and far between hostesses who are like, nah, I don't do Facebook. Okay, that's cool. But most of the time they're gonna want to do Facebook and have a Facebook event. So make sure that you are posting in there regularly. I mean, you really don't even need to set it up more than 2 weeks out from the party, because before that, people don't know what they're even doing. Like, people don't know their plans that far in advance. So like 2 weeks out is usually pretty good. That gives everybody enough time to like maybe, take off from work or change their schedule or, whatever, budget for shopping. But yeah, just make sure you're posting in there. And don't just post like products. Post some games, post some funny memes, introduce yourself, like go live in the event or have a video pre-recorded and drop it in there so people can get to know you and see you as a, normal, fun, hilarious human being that they just cannot wait to meet at this party. And plus, especially for the girls who have never been to a party before and they're like, I don't even know what to expect. This is gonna be some weirdo showing up in some latex and like waving dildos in my face all night long. But then here's you coming on like in a video, like your nice, normal, sweet self, like I'm Tori, I'm a consultant, and they're like, oh, okay, this is not weird. So yeah, that just kind of helps them to kind of already connect with you before you even get to the party. Okay, so why do you want a hostess coach? What is the purpose of doing this hostess coaching? You can't just plan pick a date, pick a time, and then just show up to the party. Well, some people can, but you're not going to get as good a result. So here's the reason that we need a hostess coach. You're going to have fewer cancellations because you're keeping her excited, you're staying in touch with her, you're helping her plan. So when she does run into those roadblocks of, people say they can't make it, or, oh, I don't know what kind of snacks to have, or, suddenly our space isn't available, you're already working with her, you're staying in touch. So she knows, or like, so you can help her to kind of overcome that and you're keeping her excited. You're going to have higher head count because again, it just goes back to that excitement factor. You're excited, you're keeping her excited. And then as she's, reaching out to her guests, they're getting excited too. So, and then plus you're going to also help her. A lot of times, hostesses, they're like, oh, I'm just going to invite these 5 people. That's it. But what happens when you only invite 5 people is that one person shows up.
1 to 2, yeah.
Yeah. So, so it's going to be, your job, it's our job to help them over invite so that way they have more people show up. And then it's fun for them. They're having a great time because they have, they feel good because people came to their party, and you just made more money because you had more people there and more people shopping, and you're going to book more parties. So yeah, so higher sales, more bookings, because that's just the numbers part of it, right? That's just the numbers game. The more people you're in front of, the more likely you are to book parties and sell products. And then more recruit leads too. You're exposing more people to the business opportunity and, and helping them to see if this is something that they would also like to do. So really you just want to find a system that works for you. Every consultant has a different way of party planning their hostesses, and you just have to find what works for you. Dana Barish, so she's actually one of like the top consultants in the entire company. She is like super old school with her hostess coaching. She actually picks up the phone and makes phone calls to her hostesses and, gets on the phone with them, and she sends out mailers. She has like little flyers that she sends in the mail to them like every couple of weeks. And that really works for her. That does not work for me. I tried that method. It just does not work for me. Like some consultants, they just kind of wing it. They're like, okay, today I'm gonna, make this phone call to my hostess and host this in her event. So for me, my way, checklists are my friend. This is just what helps keep me on track, so I know that I'm getting stuff done. So so I have actually, let me see if I can pull it up and I can share my screen and show it to you. Let's see here. Oh, here, okay. So let me open that. Share my screen. Whoops. Hang on, it's being really slow.
It's okay. My phone spazzed out earlier.
Oh,
I have no idea. Yeah,
like
all of a sudden it was doing the back button like a million times, and I was like, okay.
Just freezing up. Come on, you can do it. I believe in you. Okay. All right. So, oh, this is not the right one. Where is the right one? Okay, hang on, that's not the right one. I have an actual checklist. Well, anyway, so I'm gonna keep looking for this, but basically my it's just a checklist of everything that I need to do, you know, to reach out to my hostess. It's, you know, did I give her a hostess packet? Okay, I did. I check it off. Did I set up her Facebook event? Okay, I did. I check it off. Did I add her to the Facebook event? Yes. So I check it off. Did I, you know, and then I have a list of everything that I'm going to post in her Facebook or her Facebook event. And then I just check it off as I post those things in her event. Does that make sense? So, and I reference it, like I will pull out, I have a folder, and of course I don't have it like up here. I don't know where it is. I think it's in my car from my last party, from when I was down there actually. So, but I have a folder. It's like one of those little, it's got little clips in the middle. So I just hole punch it and I stick it in the folder, and then like every day or every other day I pull it out and I just flip through. I'm like, okay, whose party's coming up? You know, what do I need to do in their party? Do it, check it off, boom, put it away, it's done. And then I use the Wonder List to keep track of all the Hostess coaching text messages and, you know, things that I send to her. So, so that's what works for me, the checklist and just having everything already pre-made up. And actually I'll show you this. I can show you easily. I can find it. So Tiny Torch, and you can use Tiny Torch, it's free. It's a post scheduling site, but now you can actually schedule posts directly from Facebook, which is really fantastic. Excuse me, but Tiny Torch also lets you create collections. But you can also do this in like a secret Facebook group where you're the only member and just create albums that only you can see to do it. But let me show you this. Okay. Share screen. Okay. Can you see this?
Yes.
Cool. So this is Tiny Torch, and so they have collections. So you click on that, and then I have my party. So in here, I have posts already made up, and all I have to do is come in here and copy and paste it directly into her event. So all I need to change is and I put on here, like you'll see here, where is it? Oh yeah, so like here where it says it's Hostess in bold letters. So I know I just go through and I just put the hostess's name. I just copy and paste. It's already done. So I already know what posts I'm going to put in her Facebook event. I don't have to, you know, come up with them on the fly. And I add new stuff to this all the time, you know, as we get new products. But normally I will just, like, if I'm talking about the products in her event, it's products that I don't normally demo, or it's just kind of hard to really demo them, you know, or really talk about them at the party. So I'll post them in her event. So, does that make sense?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So that's my method. So you're gonna be able to kind of figure out what works for you as you continue to book parties and party plan. But there is a guide that Pure Romance has for us. It's partyplanning.pureromance.com, and it's a party planning guide, and it literally walks you through step by step everything that you need to do to help your hostess plan a successful party. And then, you know, really just go through step by step, you know, and then even for like you, when you're planning your launch parties and stuff, just go through and just follow all those directions like yourself. And so that way you kind of have an idea of, you know, what it's like to be on the receiving end of that. But yeah, you'll kind of figure out what works for you, and you can tweak things and change things, you know, as you kind of learn and see what works for you. So
you said it's partyplanningpureromance.com?
Partyplanning.pureromance.com.
Okay.
Yep.
Thank you. That would have been a disaster trying to figure that out.
Yeah, I don't know what site that would have taken you to. And I think in your kit, actually, you get a physical hard copy of this guide as well, so you can use that too.
Okay.
Yeah. So So a few key phrases you want to keep in mind that, will help you as you're party planning. Just things like, here's a party planning tip. Send her the party planning tip. When you're having your conversations with her, let her know, like, my goal is to ensure you get as much of your wish list for free. Because make it about her, because it is about her, right? Like, people are not booking parties necessarily to, make you super rich and have lots of money. I mean, they might, like, if they're your friends and stuff, they care. But, like, most of the time, hostesses don't care. Like, they just want free stuff. They want to have
Like, whatever.
Right, exactly. And that's totally fine. Like, that's fine. But in order for you to be successful, she has to be successful. So let her know, like, everything you're doing, every time you send her a tip, every time that you're scheduling a call with her, like, it's so that her party can be as successful as you can possibly make it, so she has a great time with her friends. And then oh yeah, and like in her event and stuff, let her know, like, oh, we're having fun even before your party. And some of, like, the little, and I'll show you again on the COO, but there's, like, different games and stuff you can play with her before you even get to her party to help her maximize, her head count or her sales and stuff. There's, like, the hostess foreplay. There's, like, the hostess bingo and, like, a scavenger hunt and just, like, all these different little things. So it's fun. Like, we're having fun even before your party. So you're playing these games. She doesn't feel like she's working, but she's still, getting those people there. She's getting those butts and seats. So that way when you show up, you have a really great party. So we talked about the party planning website. And then, so on the COO, and I'm actually going to show you this anyway. So on the COO, there's a training tab. You're going to click on all about the party and then click on party planning. And that, again, just has even more information. It's kind of, there's, like, so many places that has information. So yeah, and I'll show you that on the COO. So yeah, so that's it for hostess coaching. Do you have any questions?
Mm-mm.
No? Awesome. Cool. So your assignment for this week, super easy. You ready for it? Okay.
Mm-hmm.
So you're going to pick 3 things that you're going to incorporate as part of your hostess coaching and share them in the group, in the Taking the Lead group. Okay? And then do them for, if you have parties coming up, do them and then tell us how you feel like it affected your party. If you feel that it helped, if you feel it didn't help, but yeah, so just pick 3 things, which, it's easy because you're just going to go through the COO, you're going to go through the party planning, site, and you're just going to be like, all right, I'm going to do these 3 things. I'm going to make sure I do these 3 things when I host this coach. Pretty easy, right? Awesome. Sweet. So I'm going to go ahead and end the recording.